YouTube just announced a pretty significant change for new creators. Beginning February 1st, 2027, YouTube says new creators working towards ads and premium revenue sharing will need 8,000 qualified watch hours in the previous 365 days or 20 million qualified shorts views in 90 days. Right now, YouTube's published requirements still show the existing long-form ads premium level at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 valid watch hours. So yes, for creators who will be subject to the new requirements, the watch hour bar is getting significantly harder. And when I saw this announcement yesterday, I had a slightly unexpected reaction. I thought, well, that's interesting timing, because I started seriously building this channel only about 4 months ago, and I just crossed 600 subscribers. I'm not monetized yet. I'm literally in the middle of trying to build the subscribers, the qualified watch hours, the library, the audience, all of it. So I'm not sitting here with 2 million subscribers telling somebody at zero, don't worry, it's easy. I'm in it. I'm watching the numbers too. I'm learning what makes somebody click, stay, subscribe, come back, and I've learned more from publishing over the last 4 months than I ever could have learned by preparing. And strangely enough, this announcement does not make me think, well, now it's too hard, don't bother. It makes me think if you've genuinely wanted to start a YouTube channel, start. Actually, if there's almost anything you've been putting off for months because you've been waiting to feel completely ready, I think you should start. And here's why. First, you can't build watch time on videos you never publish. I thought about YouTube for a long time before I finally began seriously building this channel. And there are almost endless things you can prepare. What is my niche? What camera should I buy? What should my banner say? What should my channel look like? Should I talk about this? Should I talk about that? Do all my topics fit together? What if somebody I know finds me? Am I ready? Do I know enough? Will anybody watch? You could research those questions for 6 months, a year, maybe longer. And do you know how much watch time all that preparation creates? 0. At some point, I had to stop preparing to become somebody who makes videos and make videos. I thought of this channel for over a year, and none of that accumulated to watch time. But here I am today. I kept thinking that somehow there would be a cleaner time to begin, when everything else was figured out, when I knew exactly what the channel would be, when I felt completely confident. There wasn't. Eventually, I just had to make something. And I don't mean you should publish absolutely anything without thought. I mean there are some answers that only exist on the other side of doing the work. You cannot completely think your way into your channel. At some point, the channel has to teach you. Second, your first videos are research. Every time you publish, you get information. Does anybody click? Did the title communicate what you thought it communicated? Did the thumbnail create curiosity? Did people stay through the first 30 seconds? Where did they leave? What did they comment on? Which topic brought subscribers? Which video brought people back? Which videos got views but didn't necessarily connect to anything else you make? You start collecting evidence, and sometimes your audience teaches you something you never could have predicted. I had that happen very recently. If you've been around lately, you probably know exactly which video I mean. I made a video about BTS and the Grammys, and it ended up reaching far beyond the normal audience of this channel. It's now around 19,000 views, which is enormous relatively to where this channel is right now. And I could never have sat down 4 months ago with a spreadsheet and predicted that. But it taught me about timing. It taught me about packaging. It taught me about thumbnails. It taught me something about what happens when I actually have a point of view and I'm genuinely fired up about what I'm saying. The lesson was not, okay, I guess I'm a BTS news channel now. That isn't what I want to build. The lesson is I got information, something connected. What can I learn from that? What part of it can I carry into the next video, even if the next video is about something completely different? That's what an early channel gives you. Real world information instead of imaginary information. Third, one breakout video is not the business. A breakout video is wonderful. It can introduce you to thousands of people who had absolutely no idea you existed. It can bring subscribers, it can generate watch time, it can give you confidence. But I'm learning that one successful video is not the same thing as building a channel. Because the next question becomes, what happens after somebody finds you? If somebody watches one video, loves it, and there's nothing else that makes sense for them to watch, that journey ends. So I started asking a much better question. What should this viewer watch next? Maybe someone discovers me through BTS. Maybe someone else arrives through a planner video. Maybe someone finds me because they're trying to get unstuck. Maybe you found me because you're thinking about starting YouTube. Different doors. But once someone comes through one of those doors, I want there to be another useful place for them to go. I used to get to the end of a video and basically say, thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video. But I'm changing that now. I'm thinking much more intentionally about what would actually help this person next. So I'm not trying to make individual uploads anymore. I'm trying to build a library. Fourth, don't confuse more watch hours with more filler. Obviously, an announcement like this is going to make creators talk about watch time. And yes, watch time matters if you want to qualify through long-form content. But I think there is a very bad lesson we can take from this. And that lesson could be, fine, I'll just make every video longer. No, I don't want to turn an 8-minute idea into 20 minutes because I want another number in analytics. If the useful version of the video is 8 minutes, make a great 8-minute video. If the story genuinely deserves 20 minutes, great. What matters to me much more is this worth somebody's time? Did I give them a reason to stay? And when the video ends, did I make something else worth watching? I would rather earn 10 minutes of somebody's attention than trap them inside 25 minutes of me trying to hit a number. That is a very different way of thinking about watch time. 5, AdSense cannot be the entire business plan. This announcement also reinforces something I'm thinking a lot about right now. If my creator business plan is, I will keep making videos until YouTube eventually allows me to earn advertising revenue, and then the business begins, I'm giving one threshold an enormous amount of power. YouTube's own announcement talks about expanding other earning opportunities, including incentives around shopping and brand deals, and it specifically says the lower entry thresholds for fan funding and shopping remain unchanged. And for me, that reinforces the idea that a creator business can eventually have multiple pieces: YouTube revenue, affiliate income, brand partnerships, products, services, email list, maybe things I haven't even thought of yet. Now, I want to be very clear here. I'm figuring this out too. I'm not pretending I already have 7 beautifully functioning income streams behind this channel. I don't. I'm still refining what this channel is becoming. I'm learning what fits the audience, what I genuinely want to talk about, and what I can stand behind, and what kind of business could eventually grow around the content. But I don't want the day YouTube approves monetization to be the first day I ask, wait, what am I exactly building? YouTube can be part of the business. It does not have to be the entire business. 6th, I actually regret about starting this channel. I wish I had started sooner. Not because I believe I would automatically have some giant channel today. I have no idea what would have happened. I just wish I had given myself the opportunity earlier. Because I look backward now and think, why didn't I do this a year earlier? Why didn't I start this 5 years ago? Why did I keep thinking I needed to be more certain, more prepared, more organized, more ready? And I can't go backward and start a year ago. I only have the decision I made 4 months ago. And I'm really grateful I finally made it. I spent a lot of my life doing what needed to be done. Being responsible, handling obligations, staying in situations because they were sensible, because they were expected, because somebody needed something from me. And responsibility matters. But I also think you can get extremely good at being dutiful and forget that your own life is moving at the exact same time. That realization has been sitting with me a lot lately. Time does not stop while we're waiting for permission. Maybe you're watching this thinking, I should have started last year. I wish I had too. But neither of us can do anything with that information except use it. We don't have last year. We have today. 7th, 6 months from now is coming anyway. 6 months from now, you could still be researching, still comparing cameras, still trying to choose the perfect niche, still worried about whether somebody you know will judge you, still waiting for your schedule to become less complicated, still telling yourself soon. Or you could have 6 months of work behind you, 6 months of videos, 6 months of thumbnails, 6 months of analytics, 6 months of getting more comfortable speaking, 6 months of learning what people respond to, 6 months of figuring out what you actually enjoy making. Maybe you'll have 50 subscribers, maybe 500, maybe 5,000. I cannot promise which one. Nobody can. But you'll know more than you know today. You'll have evidence, you'll have skills. You'll have something that actually exists. 4 months ago, I could not have known the things I know about this channel now. And 4 months from now, I'm going to know things I cannot possibly know today. That is what beginning gives you. 8, this is what I still find extraordinary about YouTube. There is something else about YouTube that genuinely excites me. The biggest artists, entertainers, educators, and creators in the world put their work on this platform. And somebody making their first video ever can put something here too. Obviously, we are not all starting with equal audiences, budgets, teams, experience, or resources. But there is still something extraordinary about the idea that you can sit in a room, make something, hit publish, and somebody you have never met, potentially somewhere completely different in the world, can find it. This still kind of blows me away. I can watch BTS publish something on YouTube, and then I can sit down and publish something on YouTube. Clearly, we are operating at wildly different scales, but we are using the same medium. There is something creatively exciting about that to me. You do not know who your work could reach until there is work available to reach them. 9, the number isn't the entire reward. There is another reason I would start this channel again, even knowing the monetization target could be harder. Because this has already given me things that do not appear in the Earn tab. I'm creating again. I'm learning. I'm getting better at communicating. I'm learning editing and design and storytelling. I'm paying closer attention to the things I genuinely care about. I've met people I would have never met. I'm following interests I might otherwise have dismissed. And some completely unexpected things have happened because I finally did something different. 4 months ago, I could not have predicted half of what has happened because of this channel. And I think that is the most interesting thing about starting anything. The action creates information. The information creates another decision. The decision creates another possibility. And suddenly your life contains things that literally were not available from the place where you were standing before. That doesn't mean start a YouTube channel and magically your life will be perfect. Absolutely not. It means do something different and you finally give something different the chance to happen. That's a big distinction. 10, let's make this practical. If this idea has been sitting in your head for months, here's what I want you to do. Do not design the entire channel tonight. Do not map out the next 50 videos. Do not decide what you'll be doing 3 years from now. Do 3 things. Choose one useful video, pick a recording date, know what they want to watch next. First, decide what your first useful video is. Not your perfect video, your first useful one. What can you make that gives somebody an answer, an idea, a story, a lesson, a solution, a perspective? Second, give yourself a date to record it. Not soon, but an actual day around it. Put it in your calendar, put it in your planner. And third, before you publish it, write down one idea for what that viewer could watch next. That might be your second video. You do not need an entire empire. You need a beginning and a next step. That is enough. So yes, YouTube has announced a significantly higher future watch hour requirement for new creators seeking ads and premium revenue sharing. 8,000 watch hours is a lot. 20 million shorts views is a lot. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. And I'm still building towards monetization myself. I don't know exactly when I'm going to cross that line. I don't know exactly where this channel will be 4 months from now. I definitely don't know where it'll be a year from now. But I know exactly where it would be today if I had kept waiting. 0. No videos, no audience, no breakout, no analytics, no skills I learned by doing this, no evidence, no idea what could happen next. And that is why my reaction to this announcement is not, it's too late. My reaction is start building. Make the first thing, learn from it. Make the next thing better. You cannot go back and begin last year. None of us can. But you can stop making next year the year you say, I wish I had started. So finally, what are you starting? And what's your first move? And I genuinely want to know. Tell me in the comments, what are you starting? And what is your first move? Maybe it is YouTube. Maybe it is something creative. Maybe it's a job search. Maybe it's a project. Maybe it's a health goal. Maybe it's a decision you've been circling. Maybe it's something completely different. Don't give me the 10-year plan. Give me the first move. Because momentum does not require knowing the entire future. Sometimes it requires deciding what matters and moving. And if you already know what you want to start, but you keep finding yourself avoiding it, that's exactly what I'm talking about in the next video. Why we procrastinate on the things that genuinely matter to us, and 5 ways to finally get moving.